Welcome to this Amazon Web Service Home Lab. Our topic today is the AWS CloudWatch. So what's CloudWatch? AWS CloudWatch helps you monitor your AWS resource and applications in real time. It collects logs, metrics, and events so you can see performance, detect issues, and set up alerts. In a simple way, CloudWatch monitors AWS resource and sends alerts when something goes wrong. So let's set up our first CloudWatch. This is our AWS Home Console. We're gonna set up an EC2 instance. Let's give a name, HomeLab EC2, and we will leave everything as it is. It will gonna be Amazon Linux T2 Micro, free tier, and the key we will gonna set the one that we have created. And the network, we will change it to our network. Gonna enable public IP address, security group as it is, advanced, here on the advanced details, we will gonna enable CloudWatch. It's right here. So we're gonna select and enable the CloudWatch monitoring. So we're gonna launch our instance. So this is our EC2 stats check. Let's click. So here we have in Home Lab EC2 the details, the stats and alarm. Here we have the monitoring, which shows you a metric about the CPU, the network in and the network out, and the network packets in. So now let's create the CloudWatch. So this is our CloudWatch. There's one point you have to know that the CloudWatch is a regional service. So let's create an alarm. As you see here, click on the alarm. You see we don't have any alarms. So click on create an alarm. So let's set up the first alert. First step is to select the metric. By default, all this is created in an AWS service. We need the EC2. We need to monitor a specific EC2. So click on the pre-instant metric. Let's copy the ID of our resist. And search it here. So what we need is the CPU utilization. We need to monitor the CPU. So we were gonna select the first one. As you see, this is our EC2 and the ID and the metric name. Select the CPU utilization. So as you see, this is our metric name, our instance ID. Here, the period for this demo, we're gonna make it every 1 minute. So now it's around 3% the usage of the CPU. So here we have an static and aluminum detection. For example, if we say 50%, that means if our CPU usage reaches 50%, alarm will hit. So we will gonna select static and our target will be 50% of the usage. Click next. So this is the notification center. It's gonna tell you to set a notification if the alarm hits. In this demo, we don't want this one. We want the EC2 action. So here we will gonna tell the CloudWatch what to do. Stop this instance, to terminate, or to reboot it. And if we want, we can add an action. But for now, we will gonna select to stop, which means if our CPU utilization reaches more than 50%, the CloudWatch will gonna stop the EC2. Click next, give a name, so click next. So here is the preview, the name, the metric name, that is the CPU utilization, ID, instance name, and the static, and the period. So our condition is a static. It's greater if more than 50%. And the action is to stop, create the alarm, any state. As you see, this is our alarm. It says here inefficient data. That means it's collecting the data. Oh, the states is okay. So we have set an alarm to 50%, and now currently it's around 2 to 3%. Now let's go to our EC2 instance. In our EC2. So our plan is to install a tool called stress utility, which will gonna increase the usage of the CPU. So let's start. We have installed the tool. Sudo su stress C990. As you see, we have given stress to 90% of our CPU, and it's still running. As you see, we have an in alarm, metric alarm. It have reached beyond the 50%. It's around 90 or 97 to 98%. So let's go to our EC2 and check here. Let's refresh it. As you see, it has been stopped. And in the alarm state, we have one in alarm.